They say you can't ever go back home. But if you're from a place like Hendersonville, you really never leave. I've wrestled under bright lights in big arenas all over the world. But this is where it all started. Tennessee is where my grandmother first started. My dad built Memphis, Nashville, Louisville, and Evansville. You know, wrestling isn't just what the Jarretts do, it's who we are. Because people around here, they still believe in hard work and handshakes and second chances. They show up, cheer loud, and really let you know why this business matters. Yeah, so tonight, it's special. Not because it's one more match, it's because it's home. You know, if I've learned anything, then no matter how far you travel, how many miles you ride, how many arenas you step into, home is where the heart is. Started early today, 4:30 wake up in San Antonio, Dynamite last night. Karen was a little aggravated at me this morning. I worked all the way home on my iPad on the flight, but man, you know, running a show like this, I guess you could call it in a lot of ways kind of a one-off, if you will. Man, it's getting the crew back together in some aspects, and then there's new folks, and then the city of Hendersonville. Man, they have been so good, and all the partners and everybody involved. It's been a very humbling experience, to say the least. But Jeff Jarrett's All-Star Super Slam is about to get underway. What are we? We are hours away. As I got off the exit 6, it was pretty cool. You could just see all the trussing and the banners and the sponsor banners and the ring set. It got set a couple of days ago as you know, almost for advertisement, but the chairs are being set, the stage is rolled in, some of the barbecue trucks are already there. I've got to get the turnbuckle pads up there, sponsored, but of Hiller, Happy Hiller. But yeah, I got to get everything up. I'm waiting on guitars to be delivered. Gotten texts already this morning from the girls. It will be, oh man, it'll be an emotional day. First time in 40 years. And I just hope I make my dad proud tonight. Oh,
He's got how
we got the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. He said if I would make it from like right here from the line, that he'd give me cash. Look.
I don't blame him. Oh. All right, I gotta go to work, guys. Y'all play your video games.
He said if I had made it, he'd give me cash.
There's no way you're gonna make that. I have stopped so many times over the last, I don't know, since I agreed to do this, because it's you know, and I've shared this multiple times. The real story is, you know, first time in 40 years. Well, the real underbelly of that is my father always said, don't ever run a show in your hometown, because you can't please everybody. And so he just would never run a show in his hometown of Hendersonville. And so that is the real story. And when the city of Hendersonville came to me, and through the years they've asked the high school, maybe a fundraiser, did it on the football field. It's just never really lined up, but I've always, in the back of my mind, kind of shied away from it, because I love to run wrestling shows. It's in my blood. I'm third generation. The story of PICFest started coming out, or actually during the pandemic. Christmas for Kids in Hendersonville for many, many years is up in the big Walmart, the super Walmart. The entire parking lot is blocked off, and all the tour buses, the music buses, the country music buses, the rock and roll buses, There's hundreds of them that are about 7 miles from my house. And in December, everybody's off tour, so the buses are just sitting there getting repaired and cleaned up and getting ready to go out on tour. Well, they brought them down years ago in the Walmart parking lot, and you got to go on each bus, and it was really a gigantic fundraiser for the city. Great way to raise money for kids and all that kind of stuff. Well, during pandemic, they shut it down. Social distancing, they just couldn't do it. And so when they made that call, the city decided, how can we figure this out? And so out in a Veterans Park, we've got several parks here, but it's one of the parks, and they just decided we're gonna have a barbecue cooking contest. And the first year, they had 5 trucks, and it was a way to start. And we're raising money for 4 different nonprofits, which you'll see a lot of later on tonight. That's really what sold the deal for me. I made a decision and tried to put together the best card I could in so many ways, and had a little bit of flavor of my dad, and just, we got a micro match, we had a concession stand brawl, we got a lucha match, we got a tag title match, and it's exciting. It really is. But I have literally stopped many times during the last 4, 5, 6 months when I committed to this, and just really, I had a very grateful mindset, just the opportunity to do this at this stage of my career, to get to be able to perform for the first time in my almost 40-year career. It's special. Family's gonna be there. It's a real cool moment for me. Hey, Big Ben Bishop is kicking your ass.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, that camera crew right there.
He barked up the wrong tree.
Camera crew up there said, "Do you think we can get Cody's last interview?" I said, "Last interview? What do you mean last interview?"
You can lock him in a submission, right?
Yeah.
Which
Like
one?
I did at Jay at FXE.
Whoa. Like you did to me.
Yeah.
You cheated. Yeah, but at FXE, you cheated.
No, I didn't.
You were being real selfish.
I didn't cheat.
Yes, you did. It's no secret, especially by now, that I'm close with Jeff Jarrett. I'm close with his wife, Karen, and their son, Cody. I'm very close with them. So just getting to hang out with my friends, to me, that's one of the coolest parts about wrestling and traveling. Especially on a show like this, I get to fly in and I don't have to go sit in a hotel. I can actually go to my friend's house and we can hang out and have real food and have real fun and have real conversations. I don't have to be stuck in my hotel room, twiddling my thumbs, passing the time, waiting for the show to start. So this to me is like one of the best case scenarios for a wrestling show.
Quick question, do you have copies that you need for you or anybody else?
I got them on iPad. Folks, right here, Andy Gilley, City Parks Director, the man who made this go, the man who conned me in to doing this
Twisted
show.
an arm, twisted a leg, horse collared, elbow tie up. I did it all. To a lot of the people that live in Hendersonville, Jeff is somebody they just see at Kroger or go to church with, or had his daughters in class, and or saw him at sporting events that they were playing in. But to the whole world, Jeff is a Hall of Fame wrestler. And to have him be able to perform at home finally for the first time ever, I think is a big deal for the community. I hope it's a big deal for Jeff tonight. There's a lot of people coming that are excited to see him walk down that ramp and really get to show off what he has done for 40 years. Tanya Tucker has a great song that says, "Give me my flowers." I really believe in that. I really feel like we need to tell people that we love them when we love them. We need to show people our appreciation when we have the chance to do it. I feel like doing this, it's not necessarily a gift to Jeff. Jeff's giving us a gift tonight. But for us to really show him a professional event with stage and lights and the entrance we have out front and all the surroundings and infrastructure, and putting that all together to make this perfect for him was a really big deal for not only me, but for our group that's running this event and for our city. Our city loves our heroes, and Jeff is a hero to many. He probably doesn't even know that he's a hero to some people. So some of those people are going to get a chance to tell him that tonight, that hopefully he never would have heard that, and he'll get to hear that tonight.
Babu, what are you doing here?
Fine, so
Did you pay for a ticket?
No, not yet. Hey, y'all
You snuck in here
no,
already.
No.
Bullshit. You snuck in here.
Hey, y'all need help? Y'all good?
You come after we've got everything set up.
Hey,
Perfect.
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 No. I for sure I help y'all tear it down.
You ain't gonna
Yep.
help. No,
Yep.
you.
Yep.
And that
Ask
was.
him. He know me a long time.
Yeah, he always says on the 1, 2, 3 of the last match,
No.
Baboon's in the car gone.
No. Tonight,
Yes.
tonight I'm gonna help y'all.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
My World with Jeff Jarrett takes listeners on a journey through Jarrett's illustrious Hall of Fame career as an in-the-ring main event professional wrestler to a promoter and company owner. No one in the wrestling business has experienced the trials and tribulations, along with redemptions and longevity quite like Jarrett. With co-host Conrad Thompson, they take a look back at major moments in wrestling history, but also tackle the hot-button topics of the business today. Subscribe for free at myworldpod.com and follow My World Pod on social media.
Hey folks, Double J here for my friend Brody Herman and the podcast Wrestling on the Spectrum, now a part of the Podcast Heat Network. Brody uncovers the history of professional wrestling and the stories behind the stories. He doesn't just watch wrestling, he decodes it.
George Scott was a longtime booker for years in the Crockett territory. He was booking there in early '89, and one of the big things, he brought Steamboat back, and they had a trilogy.
So listen up, Slapnuts. Look for Wrestling on the Spectrum on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcast.
Factor fully prepared meals are designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs. Ready in 2 minutes. No planning, no cooking. Head to factormeals.com/myworld50off to get 50% off and free breakfast for a year. Ultra is the ultimate guilt-free pouch, delivering instant focus and mental clarity without nicotine or caffeine. New customers can use the code MyWorld to get 15% off at takeultra.com. Support My World and tell them we sent you.
The official Last Outlaw Collector's Edition figure. Only 100 made, each hand-signed, individually numbered, built with hyper-accurate 3D scan technology, premium construction, flawless paint. When these are gone, they're gone for good. Secure yours now, exclusively at ProWrestlingMerch.com.
I'm looking for wrestlers. Do you know of any wrestlers around here?
I know a few.
You know some?
Yeah.
I don't see any in here. If you see other wrestlers come through here, you tell me.
I will. I'll let you know.
I heard they worked out here. I wanted to get a few autographs.
Jeff is just a people person. Like, he does not meet a stranger. People are like, hey man, you train Jeff Jarrett. Do you think I can come in and get a photo? And you know, where normally you'd be like, that's probably not a good idea. He's like, dude, send him in. I'll take a photo. I'll do an autograph. I've got a client who had a guitar that his granddad, I think, had given him, if I'm not mistaken. I was like, hey, the guy really wants to get the guitar signed. I hate to bug you. He goes, no, bring him in. Brought him in. Jeff signed it. He took a photo with him. And, Jeff's just a really good all-around dude. You won't meet a better, genuine guy than who he is.
It worked out just enough. Just get the blood flowing. I don't need to do any more than that, but the mind is going a million miles an hour. That's part of it. But it'll be showtime soon enough. But the guys are arriving into town. Feels like production set, or getting there, shall I say. We got to push through the announcer, the life of an independent wrestling promoter. But no, it's all good, man. It really is good. Get a bite to eat, and then, like I said, it'll be shower time, and by the time ready to rock. Conrad likes to say that I'm a creature of habit, and I am. I mean, Karen knows that. The kids know that. My daily routine, if you will, is my alarm clock goes off at 5:30. I roll out of bed. I go to do my DDP yoga, the stretching routine, get up from that, have me a protein shake, and then I sit down and spend 30 to 40 minutes with the Lord and meditate, and I'll journal, and then I get up and from my chair, and then I have my same thing, yogurt, Greek yogurt with some fruit, a banana, an apple, which I hadn't had today yet because of the flight. And then I head off to a meeting, my morning meeting, if you will. And then when I get done with that, I head straight to the gym. I have my hour in there, and from an hour in there, I usually end up in this seat. And I have my Waffle House meal, and back there at the gym, in that specific parking place, I'd like to have a $1 for every hour I've spent on the phone there, because a lot of times I'll schedule my Zoom calls from there, and a lot of people that I'm on regular Zoom calls with, when I got to do the video and I put it on, they're like, oh, you're in your home office. My friend Mike Weber is the first one who really coined that. He said, oh, are you in your, what do you call it? He said, oh, you in your home office, in your mobile office today? Because I do a lot of calls, just trying to be, not just regimented, but I want to maximize my time. And so I'll come here, and then if I got to eat real quick, because they know the order, I eat, get out, go right into the car and do calls, and then I just kind of book them through the day, and then whether I got to catch a flight or whatever it may be. But yes, I like to say that I own for sure the first 5 hours of my day. Try to fill my gas tank up, if you will, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Yes, ma'am. How we doing? Well, now, how did she do that? Look at you, Kara. Look at that updo. Oh, the queen's ready. The queen's ready. Is that a fact? You promise? I'm so emotional tonight. What keeps me passionate? People that walk through the gates. That's one thing I've never lost sight of, is that people that walk through the gates, they spend their hard-earned money to come watch me and a lot of others do what we love to do, and that's perform. That's the heart of the professional wrestling business. That's why I still have the passion I do. That's why I love the industry more today than I ever have. It's because of gratitude. Almost 40 years in, and I'm still getting to do this.
You see all this that he's doing? Getting pulled in different directions. This is why I don't ever want to run a wrestling show. I'm not cut out for it. I'm good at being on the wrestling show and having a match, and then I'm pretty much done after that. This is hectic. This is brutal for him. But you want to know something wild? I think he loves it. Secretly, he loves it. He pretends to hate it sometimes, but he loves it.
Hey, look what I found. Look what I found. Here you go, sign these.
Hey, it's my dude, the dude white guy.
Jeff Jarrett doesn't even know this, but he's influenced me in so many ways, right? Because obviously, one, as a professional wrestler, on the indies, doing the strut, just being an over-the-top bad guy, and then the person of Jeff Jarrett, the promoter Jeff Jarrett, the booker Jeff Jarrett, and I do all of those things as well now, and we have a lot in common because of that, and I really, I look up to him, and I ask for guidance and help, and he's great, right? He's not one of those promoters that, no, this is mine, and I'm not going to give you the secrets, and it's really cool to, growing up and booing him when he beat Razor Ramon at the Royal Rumble, but then now to call him a friend, it's really something special.
Lots of moving parts, as you can see. This is no standard operation, big production, obviously, with Pigfest going on. But Jeff Jarrett's All-Star Super Slam on top of it as well. Tons of vendors out here, tons of you see the production, the video wall, the lighting, the staging, the sound, merchandise, meet and greets. So we hit the ground running at about 8 a.m. this morning, and we'll probably walk out of here around midnight.
I mean, it's going to be insane for him tonight. He's in the main event. He'll be the last one out that I introduce to start that matchup, and I can feel it already. The crowd's going to go insane when I hit that from Hendersonville, Tennessee, and then Jeff comes out. It's going to be crazy. They're going to go nuts. I can't wait.
For me, I feel Jeff is although I think he has got his flowers inside of the pro wrestling business, like when people talk about him in the Mount Rushmore and, you know, those kind of debates, is he never gets mentioned in that. And I think that's criminal. I mean, the truth is he's done all of it at a very high level. And I'm not talking about just in ring. You know, a place where I work, and I've worked the majority of my career, is TNA Wrestling. There is no TNA Wrestling without Jeff Jarrett. That was his vision. And he put his own money and his own reputation on the line to make that into a viable option, and a place where people could work and make a living. And I'm still doing that almost 20 years later. And the truth is, I think bell to bell, like in his prime, is one of the best to ever do it. And I would be willing to say there's very few people that understand what pro wrestling really is more so than Jeff.
I mean, I've been a Jeff Jarrett mark for years. When I first started watching wrestling, he was the chosen one in WCW. He was the first guy I hated, but you know what? He was doing something right. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna pay homage to him. I'm trying to get booked on the show. So I thought maybe paying homage to him with the hat and the getup. I don't know what he was going for here, but it sure was something. I thought I'd get booked. But, you know, I'll see what I can do. It's a show I wanted to be a part of because of Jeff, because of what his contributions to professional wrestling has been over the last 30-something plus years. Who's counting? Well, more than that. And you can't tell the story of professional wrestling history without a guy like Jeff Jarrett.
We are making history, and that's that's not an understatement. It's history's being made tonight. And I've always said one thing about Jeff in the years that I've worked with him. Jeff is the kind of boss that'll motivate you. And I say boss, but I've always differentiated the term when it comes to Jeff. There's a difference in a boss and a leader. You know, a boss will instruct his team, you know, as to what needs to get done. A leader will jump down in the trenches with his team and make sure it gets done. And Jeff is a leader in every sense of the word.
We're getting camera time. That's camera time right there. Absolutely.
All the way from England for the show. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be here. Not been to some wrestling events in the last couple of years. Oh, Crazy Stevie's like my favourite wrestler. Jeff Jarrett's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, all the way from England. This is going to be an amazing show, guys.
When this first came about, I didn't really think that it was a big deal or was that big of a thing. But then hearing Jeff do interviews, and he kept continuing to say for the first time ever, he's going to be in his hometown. And just to see how his eyes lit up and just how he changed his posture and the way he was communicating, I saw what it really meant to him. I think I get lost in the day-to-day of traveling around, doing shows all over, seeing him out on the stage and in the ring. In the beginning, I missed what a big deal it was to him, or what a big deal it was going to be for him to perform in his hometown.
Thank y'all for being a part of this. I really appreciate it, but really the main reason I want to get you guys together, Andy Gilley right here, City Parks Director, he's going, his condi is dope. He's doing it. We owe everything to him tonight. He really is the one, the driver behind all this. 5 years ago, this started as 5 barbecue a cooking contest because COVID shut down another major fundraiser. We used to have kids come into town and get on buses to raise money, and COVID shut all that down, and Andy and his group came up with a cool idea to pivot and started this barbecue cooking contest, and now there's 50, 60, 70 teams coming in all over the Southeast. It's really turned into a gigantic deal, and I really do feel lucky to be a part of it. This is Dwayne Allen of the Oak Ridge Boys, Hall of Famer.
Yeah. I'm to support you, man. I love wrestling.
If y'all came in town, I don't know which way you came in, but if you cross the lake, the bridge that is known as the bridge, the Oak Ridge Boys, it was named just Tuesday after it. So pretty cool. They're playing here tomorrow night, and then the cooking contest. Anyway, I wanted you guys to get together, A, to say thank you, and B, Andy wanted to just say a few words, but he's the guy that made all this happen tonight.
I'm not the guy. No, none of us would be here if not for this man over here. Hendersonville loves you and loves your family. I know sometimes we think that, but it's good to know that, right? Heart of gold, man. Him and his whole family have a heart of gold, and I know y'all are here because when he sends out the message, you probably didn't even think twice about saying yes. So thank you for being a part of this. For Jeff, thank you for being part of this on behalf of our city. Like he said, our goal this weekend is to give away $100,000 to charity. This is not my full-time job to run a event. I don't get paid to be out here. I'm just the parks director. I'm supposed to be hosting baseball tournaments, but here we are. This is going to be real fun. These people are excited to see y'all. Thank you all for what you do and putting your bodies on the line and what your families go through with you being on the road all the time. If it's okay, I want to just say a quick prayer real quick before we get started. Sure. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this beautiful day you've given us. Thank you for all these individuals standing here in this circle for what they're going to do tonight and what they do for their career. Thank you for giving them the ability you've given them. Please watch over everybody, keep us safe. Father, thank you for Jeff and his family and what they mean to the city of Hendersonville for a long, long time. May this be a little bit of a fun night for him and his family as well. Just thank you for your son who died for our sins. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Have fun out here tonight, y'all. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. All right, boys.
My World with Jeff Jarrett takes listeners on a journey through Jarrett's illustrious Hall of Fame career as an in-the-ring main event professional wrestler to a promoter and company owner. No one in the wrestling business has experienced the trials and tribulations, along with redemptions and longevity quite like Jarrett. With co-host Conrad Thompson, they take a look back at major moments in wrestling history, but also tackle the hot-button topics of the business today. Subscribe for free at myworldpod.com and follow My World Pod on social media.
Hey folks, Double J here for my friend Brody Herman and the podcast Wrestling on the Spectrum, now a part of the Podcast Heat Network. Brody uncovers the history of professional wrestling and the stories behind the stories. He doesn't just watch wrestling, he decodes it.
George Scott was a longtime booker for years in the Crockett territory. He was booking there in early '89, and one of the big things, he brought Steamboat back, and they had a trilogy.
So listen up, Slapnuts. Look for Wrestling on the Spectrum on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcast.
Factor fully prepared meals are designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs. Ready in 2 minutes. No planning, no cooking. Head to factormeals.com/myworld50off to get 50% off and free breakfast for a year. Ultra is the ultimate guilt-free pouch, delivering instant focus and mental clarity without nicotine or caffeine. New customers can use the code MyWorld to get 15% off at takeultra.com. Support My World and tell them we sent you.
The official Last Outlaw Collector's Edition figure. Only 100 made. Each hand-signed, individually numbered. Built with hyper-accurate 3D scan technology. Premium construction. Flawless paint. When these are gone, they're gone for good. Secure yours now, exclusively at ProWrestlingMerch.com.
So I've always wanted to be a wrestler and be a part of that wrestling like family life and being a part of like everything that he wanted me to be a part of, and I'm happy I'm here. Thank you, Dad, for having me here, and thank you for bringing me here. I'm happy to always be a part of this family. Thank you.
You know, I think I can speak for Jeff Jarrett for myself as a third-generation professional wrestler, as a generational professional wrestler of Jeff Jarrett. He's been genuinely nothing but kind to me when he didn't have to.
You know, I know Jeff since he was a kid. His dad, Jerry Jarrett, not only made my dreams come true, but he made my dad's dreams come true. I'm the second generation. He's the third generation. But seeing Jeff, you know what? And he's never performed here in his hometown. And if you've been out here, man, and look around, all the things that's going on out here, I know how he feels, how excited he is, his blood pumping through his veins. He's got his family, his friends, and everybody else out here. But you know what? Jeff is... after 40 years in this business, and I can tell you this because I've been wrestling 50 years, the butterflies never go away, and I'm willing to bet you on this way to the ring tonight, he's going to have him going all in his belly. We're getting ready, but I'm just glad for Jeff. And the only thing that I can really say is him and his family were good to me.
Jeff Jarrett is actually from Hendersonville, and I have family from here as well, so it was really cool to have this opportunity here at the Pig Fest in Hendersonville. Let's go, baby. Yeah. For me to sit here and watch Jeff Jarrett perform in front of his hometown whenever, you know, our families come from the same cloth. You know, it was kind of crazy. I've got to work in my hometown millions of times based off that. So to be here for Jeff Jarrett to be, you know, in his hometown wrestling for the first time, honestly shocked that I'm here and blessed to be a part of it.
He played a bad guy on TV, and I think we just assume some of that bleeds over to real life. But in real life, to know that, you know, Jeff is 49 and holding and in better shape than ever, and he has a commitment to fitness, but a commitment to his faith and his family. You know, he's been open on our podcast about his walk with recovery, and he even refers to the good old days as BS Jeff, before sobriety Jeff, and to know that he's so regimented in his lifestyle now and the way he takes care of his people in recovery, and he's such a big pillar of his community and a big member of his church, and the bonus dad really of a blended family, and a special kid like Cody and their great relationship, and such a mentor to so many young guys in the business. It's really remarkable the human being he is, and I'm hoping that this sort of lets people see who Jeff really is, not just the television character Double J.
It's so simple for me to say thank you, but no other two words really summarize how I feel.
Teach my soul to sing your song.
I never thought I'd have this kind of emotion performing in front of my hometown crowd, but I've got it, and I think at the end of the day, they've seen me up, they've seen me down, and they really have been with me through it all. And I really do sincerely thank them, each and every one of them.
I'm just excited for him because I know it's something that he's probably always wanted to do, and he gets to have all of his family here with him and friends, people he's known probably his whole entire life are here. So that's a really exciting event for everybody to get to be here, and we're 10 minutes from home.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'll say he has been on a journey, and I think one of the most, I don't know what word to use, inspiring. He never gave up, even when he was at his darkest times, and literally when he was at the lowest of the low, he kept pushing. So I think it's pretty cool.
All of our kids wanted to come tonight and wanted to be here, and we're bringing friends, and my mom's here, and Cody's performing tonight. So this is a very big deal for our family.
Cloud, I see your hand reaching down to guide me. You're always reaching down to guide me, 'cause I am yours and I am free.
What an emotional day. And it kind of came out of left field on a lot of it. But yeah, I really do. I think my final thought is I get to get on this bus, gather my belongings, and then go to my bed tonight.
Step by step, I've walked 100 miles, and I still ain't sure just what I'm trying so hard to find. The night seems longer and the wind blows louder when you wandered so far from home. If I cross your mind, say a prayer, I'll find my way and get off of this lonely road.
Can you hear me? Tell me, can you hear me? I've been calling out for help, still don't see nobody near me. I'm down it, almost underground it, so deep in the valley I can't even tell you which way is the mountain. God, the only word I got, I could probably plant a garden, all this dirt I got. Trail of broken hearts behind me from the hurt I fought. Sometimes I really start to wonder if I deserve my spot, 'cause I'm just a man who's got blood all on his hands. But does a humble sinner still deserve a chance? Hey, say a prayer for me, I think you in advance.
Step by step, I walked 100 miles, and I still ain't sure just what I'm trying so hard to find.
Let's go.
The night seems longer and the wind blows louder when you wandered so far from home. If I cross your mind, say a prayer, I'll find my way and get off of this lonely road. off of this lonely road.